This episode of Radical Mysteries is brought to you by Camel Cola. Are you tired of being thirsty all the time? Quench that thirst with Camel Cola. Don't take a gamble. Drink Camel. That's Camel Cola. Look for the hump on the can. Now with 37% less sand. And now, back to Radical Mysteries.
Another episode of Radical Mysteries. I am your host, Professor Scudbottom. Tonight we will discuss an American legend, Bigfoot. Also referred to as Sasquatch, Bigfoot has remained an elusive creature for more than a century. Is Bigfoot really out there in the American wilderness? Is the Patterson footage the smoking gun that proves once and for all that Bigfoot exists? Join me as we explore the dark spaces hidden between fact and fiction, fantasy and reality, truth and imagination. We hold the keys to unlock the doors that lead beyond the unknown. Let's begin the journey. Sasquatch, Yeti, the abominable snowman. Different cultures have their own version of a giant ape-like monster that walks upright and lurks in the shadows of forests, jungles, swamps, and snow-capped mountains. Hundreds of eyewitnesses come forward every year who claim to have seen Bigfoot. Is it possible that many of these people could have seen a bear, a raccoon, or some other creature and mistaken it for a Sasquatch? Sure, that's one possibility. But isn't it also just as plausible that they did, in fact, see a Bigfoot walking through the woods, foraging for food? North Carolina. Tim Peeler had a harrowing encounter with a Bigfoot and was fortunate to live to talk about it.
Well, he was what I would call a Sasquatch. He had gray hair and a gray beard that come down to here. But he had long hair that was yellowish gray. I talked rough to him and run him off. And he come right by me. He wasn't 10 foot from me. He went back out that path. Seeing is believing. So I'll try to get him on film.
Incredible. Just 22 miles south of where Tim Peeler had his encounter, Thomas Byers, a man who is no stranger to perilous situations, found himself face to face with the Bigfoot.
When he got about right here, he went, "Rrrr!" And it was bone chilling, and honestly, I felt I've been in some hairy situations before, but the hair stood up on my arms, and my friend said it did on her too, because it was spooky. And when he did, you could see his private parts here, and you could definitely tell that it was a man. I mean, not a man, but a male. Thing that I recognized when he went right there, he went right somewhere right in there is where he went up and over the hill there, and I noticed that the crease of his butt was very, very dirty, and looked like maybe dung or something hanging off of it.
Amazing. Indiana. Chuck shares a similar story. While he was out squatching, a term used by Bigfoot enthusiasts, he spotted an unfamiliar creature. Naturally, he felt instant fear. Could it have been a Bigfoot? You decide.
Disclaimer, I was out here squatching. I got into it after I watched the documentary. That's what I was out here doing. So just to get that on record. I was coming home. My headlights hit the figure. It's such an emotional roller coaster. I mean, it's like curiosity, then excitement, and then just fear. I mean, when I stuck my head out the window, I thought I did it. Like it was just going to kill me because I served up my head, and I shut down. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to say on camera.
Remarkable. Still not convinced? Oregon. Matthew Johnson, a psychologist, is an experienced outdoorsman. While on a camping trip with his family, he heard an eerie sound that could only have come from a Bigfoot.
We couldn't see it, but we could hear it do the bass-like guttural mammal whoa, 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 whoa. And then out of the left corner of my eye, I saw movement, and I turned and I looked, and that's when I saw Bigfoot walk off the pages of myth and legend into reality, and I saw it walk 1001, 1002 over behind this big growth tree, and then I saw it looking from behind this tree over a new growth tree, watching my family down on the trail. Now, in that moment of time that seemed like forever, everything that I knew about the great outdoors came crashing down. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Frightening. I'm convinced. Are you? Tim Peeler. Thomas Byers. Chuck. Matthew Johnson. These are the testimonies of people who have little to nothing to gain by telling the truth. Bigfoot is out there. All across the United States, we are seeing more and more Bigfoot sightings. What is causing this dramatic increase in encounters? Is their habitat getting smaller due to the logging industry or the expansion of our cities and highways? Is their population getting larger? Could it be global warming? Or is it all of the above? If you're not convinced that Bigfoot is real, then you're not paying attention. He's out there, and his world is getting smaller and smaller. We will hear more and more eyewitness accounts as the climate continues to change and their habitat continues to shrink. When you find yourself face to face with a Bigfoot, maybe then you'll appreciate the brave few who had the courage to step forward and tell their story.
A lot of people make fun of me, but I don't care. I know it's there.
And there it is. Is Bigfoot really out there, hiding in the American wilderness? Absolutely. The evidence is overwhelming. Bigfoot is out there, watching, waiting, listening. Remember, next time you're on a camping trip, there is a beast hiding in the bushes, waiting for you to fall asleep. A 7-foot tall beast with a taste for human blood. Fascinating. Believe it or don't believe it. I'm Professor Scudbottom. See you next time on Radical Mysteries.